Hey guys, this is the Channel Chasers review from Fairly Oddparents, brought to you by A.S.K. Thanks for watching. So, Fairly Oddparents was a really great show from season 1 to 6. Poof was okay, Sparky and Chloe are very hard to watch. But this special was really nice. I really like these Fairly Oddparents specials, like Wishology or even Abracatastrophe. Because they just get at the right thing they wanted to, and they just get what they wanted, unlike SpongeBob and other dumb shows, Choose or Square. And, this episode actually tries to parody some shows, and it actually works. So it starts off with some weird AJ and Chester thing. They are fighting this guy in a black suit. We get a montage of AJ working for a dictator, or should I say Vicky, who is apparently a caped menace. We get the present where Vicky is going to go and torture Timmy. Timmy watches Mahomushi, and his parents don't like it because it's too violent and stupid. He goes in the bonsai bubble. He destroys his dad's workplace on the exact same day he was about to get a cleaning office award. It's a wish for life. And Dinkelberg gets it. And then he destroys the house Miss Turner was about to sell. So they get mad, and they punish Timmy. And the black-caped guy sees it. And we get a shot of them going, and we get 2 gay cops. And then we get Timmy watching more Mahomushi. His parents obviously don't like it, and they bring Vicky. And Vicky doesn't let him watch TV, because why not? Then what do you think's gonna happen? Yeah, he watches TV. And this was one of the best wishes they actually voted for Fairly Oddparents, was when he wished for a remote so he could go onto TV. This was voted one of the #1 wishes he has ever made. Talk about desperate. So he goes into TV in weird cyberspace, and each of those squares has a clip from older episodes in it. No, really. He goes to Channel 1, which is a parody of The Jetsons and The Sopranos. Then they parody Rugrats. Then they parody Fat Albert and the Cosme Kids. Then they parody Johnny Quest. He comes back. Vicky obviously blames him for different stuff, which we all know he didn't do. They parody Johnny Quest, and he comes back with a bazooka. Cosmos has a story about, and they show that all kids have to lose their fairy godparents when they're old. So Timmy gets mad. Vicky and his parents come inside, and yeah, they kill him because he wrote Nickelberg rules on the wall. Vicky takes a picture of Timmy's misery, and yeah, it's sad. So Timmy makes the wish that he could go into TV because parents aren't in there, and he doesn't have to do anything without parents. So the black-caped guy goes into TV too, and they write a note that says goodbye forever and fail as a joke. Now I'm sounding a bit mad, but this episode is actually pretty nice. So far, it's parodies Strawberry Shortcake. Then it parodies Peanuts. And it's their Hanukkah special. And it's really funny, actually. They bring in the cops and stuff. Then it parodies Space Ghost. And we get Vicky searching up some WWE and the Wheel of Fortune, where it's really boring, and they call it politically inaccurate. Vicky goes into it because she has the remote. She goes into the Wheel of Fortune, and yeah, she gets money. So she goes mad, and she wants to go to Dictator Week and take over the world, or be what the future guy said later on, which I won't spoil right now. Then they parody the Flintstones, which is again a very hilarious scene. Yeah, it's really funny. It parodies well, and this episode parodies are hilarious. Then it parodies Speed Racer Go Go Racer. Then it parodies Scooby-Doo. Then it parodies Okay, now we just get a scene of them trying to go inside and running in some hilarious scenes. Then we get Vicky. Then we get, his parents looking for him. Then we get parody of Batman. Yeah, which is again hilarious. And he actually meets with the older guy, the black caped guy, and we see that he is dun 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 his older Timmy. Now you guys have watched this episode, so there's no spoilers in this, but yeah, then we get Vicky seeing that Timmy is in cyberspace with her, and yeah, they talk to older Timmy. We see that Vicky is a dictator, and they try to parody Hitler, which is again a very, very big thing in a kids show. And that's why Vicky wants to get to Dictator Week, the channel, the history channel, the biographical channel, and take over the world. So they parody some Batman jokes, and they actually win at it. Yeah, Timmy is a great guy in this episode most of the time, and yeah, they fight crime, they fight Vicky, and it parodies Batman well, and it even ends well with Batman coming. Then we get a note from Tootie, or Deep Toot, to Timmy's parents. Then we get Blue's Clues, or should I say Clint's Hints. And the guy is apparently a moron. Then they parody Tom and Jerry, which is again hilarious, and an awesome parody of animation. Then they parody Looney Tunes, which is not that funny, but it's over soon. Then they parody Rudolph the Red-Nosed Reindeer, I guess. And they say they're demoted as elves, which we later see in A Fairly Odd Christmas. Then Timmy's mom and dad go looking for Deep Toot because they want to find where Timmy is, and they're actually concerned for him, which is again very ironic because they never do. And she tells them that Vicky has done all the bad things they blame Timmy for, which is again very ironic and very sad that they blame Timmy for all this. I'm not Vicky's sister. Again, they work at comedy so good. Now they go with Arthur here, I think, but they actually do Simpsons because all the parents are morons and he writes stuff on the chalkboard. Then we get a parody of Sesame Street. And then we get Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles quickly. And then they go on the credits where it says Butch Hartman, the creator of Fairly Oddparents. And they finally get to Mahomushi, where all the things happen before she gets to Dictator Week. Which means if Timmy fails right now, the world could end, possibly. And the older Timmy dies. Again, a very big thing in a kids show. Vicky comes up, and I really feel bad for Timmy because the older Timmy dies, and Vicky ruins this one too. Now, this was one of the saddest parts of the special, and even though it's a kids show, it honestly was very sad. And they finally get to Mahomushi, where Timmy is gonna kick Vicky's butt. So the parents, Mom and Mr. and Mrs. Turner go to Mr. Dimmadome. We get some scenes of proving that Mr. and Mrs. Turner are morons. Then we get Mahomushi, which is a parody of Pokemon and Dragon Ball Z. Now, this has some awesome animation. It has some awesome jokes. And, yeah, Timmy's is just awesome in this part. They try to make fun of Japanese writing, but I don't think they really got at that. Timmy and Vicky fight a lot. And they actually parody some more shows. Star Wars. Yeah, and we get some awesome animation, some awesome jokes, some awesome everything. And, yeah, they fight with their remotes and their powers that the creators got from Pokemon and Dragon Ball Z. They get robots that fight each other and eventually both die, and then Vicky and Timmy just fight each other. Isn't that dandy? So, yeah, they get some good jokes with Cosmo and Wanda, and Timmy gets back to his old animated 2D form. He turns 11, because he wants, you'll see later. He turns 12, and he still recognizes Fairly Odd Parents. He's 15 and he still has them. And he wants to not recognize them so the remotes can run out of battery and Vicky can't win. He turns so old that he eventually doesn't recognize Cosmo and Wanda. Vicky fails, and Cosmo and Wanda have to go back to Fairy World, because, they're not Fairly Odd Parents anymore because he's old. Then Timmy turns back to 10. He gets Vicky back to her animated self, and he gets his Fairly Odd Parents back. And he wishes Vicky back to real life, where we get some awesome jokes again. I am not your sister. Dun dun dun. Then he closes the door with the remotes, and they actually get some good jokes. He gets his Fairly Odd Parents back, and yeah, they parody some more, and yeah, that's that for you. Who would have thought I could have done this in 11 minutes? So, yeah, on all the channels it shows Mr. and Mrs. Turner calling Timmy back, which is again a very sad scene. And this episode just gets like loving your parents for everything they do. And they even get at a good joke with Mr. Turner hitting Miss Turner. So yeah, they go back, they all hug, and Dimmadome just mumbles as always. The security kicks them out, and they live a happy life as they punish Vicky. But of course, since this show can't lose their most beloved Vicky, Timmy wishes her back to being her old self so he can keep his Fairly Odd Parents, which I never understood because his parents still don't care about him and Mr. Crocker's still there, so why would he get rid of Vicky's goodness? And yeah, we get some montages of everything turning back to normal. And yeah, he buries a time capsule, which is again a very nice scene. And yeah, they go inside, play video games, and then 20 years later, we get Tammy and Timmy playing in 2022, because if they're 10, that means they were born in 2012. They show their dad the time capsule, Vicky comes over, and of course, Timmy is dumb because he never remembered having Fairly Odd Parents. Thanks for watching. This is